Headline news most affecting Abbotsford this week. An Abbotsford police officer punched in the face at the Offspring Concert. The coroner opening the inquest into the death of a 17-year-old Indigenous male who died in care. The Abbotsford Winter Jubilee is coming up on Saturday, and Robert Bateman's football team has a date at BC Place. Josh will have more in sports. Our special guests this week include, well, us. Abbotsford, let's get started. And our top story, we're finally on the air. abbyTV signs on as your television station. So if there's something we need to know or there's an event that we can publicize, just let us know. The email is news@chilltv.ca. In a media release on November the 28th, Abbotsford Police Sergeant Paul Walker, who also handles media relations, posted a response to an incident that happened this past Saturday night. Now, on November the 26th, the Abbotsford police officers were present at the Offspring Concert at the Abbotsford Centre on King Road. After the concert let out, officers were dealing with a member of the public who was a little unruly and became the subject of a video as he was interfering with the officer's investigation to an incident. Now, Abbotsford police aren't really saying much. They do want to speak to witnesses about the incident. One officer was punched in the face during the altercation. That video is now up on social media. Canadian press reporting that a coroner's jury is hearing evidence this week into the death of an Indigenous teenager at a group home in Abbotsford. The body of 17-year-old Trayvon Desjardins was found in September of 2020 in the closet of his Abbotsford group home, 4 days after he was reported missing. Now, at the time of his death, Abbotsford police say there was no criminality involved, although the cause of death was not released. The teen had been living in the home operated by the Fraser Valley Aboriginal Children and Family Services Society. This under contract to the provincial government. The coroner's jury will be hearing evidence from witnesses under oath, but the inquest is not a fault-finding inquiry. This past Sunday, Abbotsford police taking part in the Tots for Christmas breakfast. And it was a fantastic experience to see the community coming together, delivering hundreds of toys for the Christmas Bureau, a program of the Archway Food Bank. Archway, like other charities, are in dire need this year of not just toys for kids. They also need non-perishable food items and clean clothing, as well as bedding. For 33 years, Hemingway's used books was a staple in the downtown core. Dave Kyle, the owner of Hemingway's, announced the inevitable news to social media. They're going to disappear from the landscape in the new year. Not only was it a great place for used books, but in the heyday for records and CDs. Hemingway's was the place to find that rare used vinyl in the compact disc. Trust me, I spent enough money there. However, they simply could not find a new owner, and the cost of business plus the pandemic sped up the inevitable. So a major clearance is on now until the end of January. After an initial delay, courtesy of Transport Canada, check out Girls Fly 2. That'll happen in April on the 29th and the 30th of the month next year at Abbotsford International Airport. This is the world's largest diversity outreach event of its kind. This is to inspire female future leaders from the shop floor to the top floor in aviation, aerospace, marine, and defense. So anyone of any age, gender, or citizenship is welcome to attend, and it's free. No registration is required, and parking is also free for this, and at YXX, that's a bonus. So check out Girls Fly 2 website for more information. And appropriately, with snow on the ground, the Abbotsford Winter Jubilee takes over downtown on Saturday. The music starts at 4. The tree lighting ceremony is at 6. They do have a Facebook page, so you can check out the roster of musicians as well as the street closures. Coming up in sports with Josh, Robert Bateman heads for the AA High School Provincial Football Final at BC Place.
How's it going, everyone? Josh here with you, and welcome to sports. What do we do here? We talk about sports, all kinds of sports: hockey, basketball, soccer, football, badminton, darts. I don't really care. If you got a sports story, send it our way, because I want to cover it here. In fact, I've got some really cool sports stories happening in Abbotsford this past week that I want to talk about, so let's just jump into it. Beginning today with some football, where Abbotsford's Robert Bateman High School AA junior varsity football team are going to be in the provincial finals this Saturday at 4 p.m. at BC Place. They're going to be playing John Barnsby for the AA title, and you can follow the team on their social media as well as at the bchighschoolsports.ca website. Plans are now in the works between the BC Community Football and the Valley Community Football League for the first ever All-Valley Pro Bowl, slated for Saturday, December 10th at Chilliwack's Exhibition Stadium. Dave Rooney, the VCFL president, told us that, quote, "This is an all-valley event for the kids. We're running 2 divisions, Pee-wee and Junior Bantam, and teams are made up of kids from every community club in the valley. 30 kids per team, 120 kids playing in total," end quote. Again, the games will be played in Chilliwack and on Saturday, December 10th, broadcast on VBN Sports. UFV's Julia Tuxerer scored an unbelievable record 35 points as the UFV Cascades women's basketball team bounced back from a Friday night defeat to pick up a 93-61 road victory over the UBCO Heat last Saturday afternoon. With the victory, the Cascades moved to 7-1 on the season, and the loss snaps a 5-game win streak for the Heat, moving them to 5-3 on the year. Julia's incredible offensive night equaled the UFV program record for most points in a game, which was set in 2020 by her older sister, Deanna. That's a pretty cool stat. I like that one. Well, scoring at just over a point a minute in the game, Julia also managed to pick up 14 rebounds. Just an unbelievably dominant effort all around. Now, one of this nation's most beloved holiday traditions is the classic teddy bear and toque toss at a local hockey game. Not only is it a ton of fun, but they raise money for organizations that serve the less fortunate in our community. For the Abbotsford Canucks, their teddy bear toss will be happening on Saturday, December 3rd at 7 p.m., benefiting Archway Services' Toys for Tots initiative. The game is at the Abbotsford Centre against the Laval Rockets. Finally, the City of Abbotsford has announced that in 2023, Abbotsford will be the venue host city for the 55-plus BC Games held from August the 22nd to the 26th of next year. The 55-plus BC Games is an annual multi-sport competition organized by the Abbotsford 2023 55-plus BC Games Society that celebrates active and healthy adults 55 and older. The Society has announced that 29 sports and activities will be offered to over 3,500 participants. This sounds like an unbelievable event. It's going to be super exciting, so we can't wait for that next August. All right, that's all we've got at sports. Like we said, if you've got a sports story happening in Abbotsford that you want us to cover, send it our way. I'd be happy to talk about it. We will see you next week. Now to Don with the weather.
abbyTV weekend weather with Cari Moore. Now, Cari, Abby has had its blast of snow and ice pellets, but that's it, we think.
Don, I always enjoy the first dump of snow, but I'm glad it stopped. November's going out in a puff of white, but we will see the sun this weekend. Temperatures will remain around 0. Sunday will be your best bet to get out and build a snowman with the little people in your life. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Cari. If you'd like to participate in reporting news at Abbotsford and you have a story you think we should know about, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. We'd love to hear from you. That's the news this week. abbyTV, we're real. We're live on the air. Welcome. Have a great day. I'm Don Lehn.